Wanderer of the Wasteland by Zane Grey, Chapter 24, Part 4. Adam sat confounded in grief and shock. His lips were mute. Like a statue, he gazed across the wasteland, so terribly magnified, so terribly illumined by the old prospector's revelation. How awful the gigantic red rock barriers, how awful the lonely, limitless expanse of sand. The eternal gray, the eternal monotony. Comrade, take the story of my life to heart, added Dismukes. You're a young man still. Think of my 40 years of hell that now has made me a part of the desert. Think of how I set upon my journey, so full of wild, sweet hope. Think of my wonderful journey through the glittering cities around the world, only to find my hope a delusion, a desert mirage. Man, I cannot think, burst out Adam. I'm stunned. Oh, the pity of it, the sickening, pitiful fatality. My heart breaks for you, Dismukes. Of what use is hope? Why do we fight? Where does joy abide for such as you and me? Those great rolling ox eyes gleamed upon Adam, strong with the soul of peace, of victory in their depths. Once felt joy and happiness, whatever makes life worth living, is in you. No man can go forth to find what he hasn't got within him. Then he gazed away across the desert, across the sand and cactus and mesquite, across the blue-hazed, canyon-streaked ranges toward the north. I go to Death Valley, he continued slowly in his deep voice. I had left enough gold to grub-stake me, and I go to Death Valley, but not to seek my fortune. It will be quiet and lonely there, and I can think and rest and sleep. Perhaps I'll dig a little of the precious yellow dust, just to throw it away. Gold. The man who loves gold is ruined. Passion makes men mad, and now I must go. Death Valley? No, whispered Adam. Straight for Death Valley. It's called me across half the earth. I remember no desert place so lonely and silent and free, so different from the noisy world of men that crowds my mind still. There I shall find peace, perhaps my grave. See, life is all hoping to find. I go on my way. Once fell, we never know what drives us. But I'm happy now. Our trails have crossed for the last time. Goodbye. He wrung Adam's hand and quickly whirled to his burros. Hee-haw, get up, he shouted with a smack on their haunches. And Adam whispered a farewell. He could not speak. Then motionless he watched the old prospector face the gray wastes toward the north and the beckoning mountains. Adam had an almost irresistible desire to run after Dismukes, to go with him. But the man wanted to be alone. What a stride he had. The fruitless quest had left him that at least. The same old rolling gait, the same doggedness. Dismukes was a man who could not be halted. Adam watched him and saw him at last merge and disappear into the gray, lonely sage. And then into Adam's strange sight seemed to play a quivering mirage, a vision of Death Valley, ghastly and white and naked. The abode of silence and the decay set down under its dark red walls, the end of the desert and the grave of Dismukes. End of Chapter 24, Part 4.